Hey guys, Moose here. We are back with some more Stonehearth, and we are officially now past what you might consider Christmas break. If you're working folks such as, like me. Though some of you may be lucky enough to have the whole week off, in which case you are still well within your break time. I still have a good... Wait, nope, I clicked the wrong thing. I still have, well, I actually have work this morning. In fact, when this video goes live, I will be hopefully getting up so that I can go into work at 7:30. So, yeah, not going to be too fun, but that's life. Got some good food waiting for me at home for lunch, so I can at least enjoy that. Hopefully going to have some risotto that I can eat. Delicious. I think I mentioned that in a previous episode. Wasn't too much good food at the family dinner for me personally today, but everyone's got different opinions. I just wasn't really into much of it. And here's this one guy, like most of my family's pretty chill and relaxed, and they're not. They can be assholes, but it's like more passive. Wow, you guys haven't even finished the other floor, and you're already building the third or fourth floor. This is going to be a very weird structure. It looks kind of cool, though, in progress. I like this. These different tiers of scaffolding. I like it. But yeah, there was one guy who's like, I don't know, someone's husband. And I think that technically I'm not blood related to that part of the family, I don't think. I think that's like step whatever. What would he be? I don't even know. I'm not going to try and hurt my head thinking about what the hell that guy would have actually been, but he was a tool. I really did not like him. Kind of struck me as like one of those jock types that just kind of, I don't know. Like he was yelling all the time, and he was pretty drunk, it seemed like, and he was going around talking, and like it's kind of like he was a dude bro basically. I'm just kind of not really into whatever it is that you're doing, buddy. And he was just loud and drunk and annoying the whole night. Everyone other than him pretty much was cool. Even the kids weren't that bad, though the kids kind of got a little out of control. But I mean, they're kids, at least you can understand, hey, that's kind of just what they do sometimes. And good parenting should mitigate that, but for the most part they were pretty chill anyway. But yeah, that one guy was just like... Yeah, he's just really dude bro is the best way I can explain it. Whoa, what happened there? I guess the merchant left. I was taking too long. Should I kill some chickens? I don't really see much of a point. Just leave them alive for now. Oh, we need to cook. What are we gonna cook? I guess like 50 of these. 25 for each chef. Get it done quicker. Anything I want to make with my carpenter? Not really. Yeah, you should be working. Oh, you should totally be working. Let's just make 200. There we go. Get that done. Mason. Nah. Blacksmith should be wow, no one's working. Very surprising. I'm gonna say 26 of this. And then I'm trying to remember what exactly he did that really bothered me. 35 plus 3. No, 35 plus 4, so 39. Took me a minute, but I got there. Let's just do 50 and 50 of this. Let them work on it. But yeah, he's like one of the, like he was tried to tell we don't drink. I mean, when I say we, I mean myself and Karen. So we were offered alcohol several times. He said, "No, we're okay, thank you. We don't drink." And not like a "hey, we're better than you" kind of way. It's just like, yeah, we're just not into it. And he's like, "Oh yeah, not drinking is great." And he's like, I was on a cleanse recently. It was awesome. And then he went to like his young daughter. He's like, "Hey, you remember when Daddy was on the cleanse? Wasn't that so awesome?" Which is kind of like, okay. You're a little weird, don't you think? And like, why would you talk to your daughter about your cleanse? It's just such a weird thing. And then he was, then I was like, well, you know, there's probably some benefit to drinking. I mean, it's been shown, especially wine. And I was saying like, oh, I got some French blood, so I gotta come to bat for wine. And say, hey, wine is actually like sometimes good. Alright, I clicked on him. Good, I actually clicked on him successfully. So, and then he, like, from the rest of the night, he was like, oh, Frenchman here. Fucking like, fuck off, dude. I'm just like, I don't know. The guy just seems like kind of a tool. And by kind of a tool, I mean like seriously a massive tool. But whatever. I didn't marry him. Someone else did, apparently, and reproduced with him, which looks to be a mistake. I don't think his husband, or I don't think his wife was that happy with him. He was like wearing his headphones at the dinner table. And I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think it mattered, but his wife like asked him repeatedly to take them out. And like she wouldn't stop asking him and he wouldn't take them out. So it was this really like awkward standoff for everyone else where we're just like, guys, come on, like stop, please. And that was not great. So, I don't know. The guy sucked, basically, is the reality. There were a lot of people there that, well, there were a few people there who sucked, but then, like, because of that, the people who didn't suck that were kind of cool were kind of didn't want to talk too much because the people who sucked were being loud. And it's, you know, if you're a quiet, you know, relaxed kind of person, when someone's being really loud, it's kind of intimidating and you kind of retreat into your sort of, not shell, but like just kind of quiet down and find a corner basically. And that's basically most of the time for me. I was trying to find somewhere quiet where I could just kind of, because there were people there that I wanted to talk to and hang out with and didn't really get to too much because of idiots. You know, that's life, but it's unfortunate. Where the fuck is everyone? There. Okay, they just started working over here, and no one's working on the tower, so whatever. They'll get to it when they get to it, I suppose. But yep, back to work tomorrow, or today when this video goes up for me. But at least the holidays are over. I don't have to make any more pecan pies. I don't have to make any more crepes. Even though I do have to make more crepes probably, because it would be nice to have some, I suppose. I don't really have anything to put in them right now, so I'm thinking I'll probably like go get groceries tomorrow on lunch, and then ask Karen nicely to have lunch ready for me when I get home, which basically just involves putting stuff in a bowl and microwaving it. That way I have time to eat lunch, but also, you know, can get some food for cooking later in the day, like probably filling for crepes and maybe some chicken. We have some chicken, but I might want to get more. I think they're dug it out, but they're not putting anything. Are we out of wood? I think we're out of wood. That must be the issue. Considering that like nothing is being done, I assume that we're out of wood. Seems like a reasonable assumption. Silly, considering we have all this shit on the floor over here, but I guess they're being stupid. Just wouldn't surprise me too much. As unfortunate as that is. Yeah, it looks like they might need it. I don't know if they're putting it away or if they're taking it over here. We'll see it if someone comes out. No, it looks like they're just putting it. Nope. They're building. Cool. Okay, that's what I need. They needed wood. That's cool. Good to know. I wish they'd like understand that they can get this wood, they can path over to it, but they're not interested in going over there because the pathfinding's not so good. A shame. If they're only going to let me work with such a small area, I wish they'd narrow it down and make that actually the area where I can go. Military's not going to listen. Oh, there. Okay, they're going. Good. I'm going to clear out this stuff. Get it over with. We're not going to be able to haul any of this stuff back home anytime soon because there's so much other shit to haul, but that's fine. Alright, you're about dead. wolves are just chilling out. They're not doing anything. I don't know if I think I already have acacia seeds, but I definitely don't need them, even if I don't, so I'll pass. It's kind of maybe an unfortunate thing right now is from a balance perspective. There's no, like, there are no desert seeds that you need, like, offer any benefit whatsoever if you're on an Ascendancy playthrough. So trading for seeds is, like, nice, but really doesn't matter at all. Whereas in Raya's Children playthrough, trading for seeds is, like, so critical that you basically can't do much of anything without doing that. Getting that done early was, like, absolutely critical to my success in my Raya's Children playthrough. Definitely, it's unfortunate because I'm worried that from a hard mode perspective, that's going to be a limiting factor. It's going to be a requirement in order to succeed, that you, like an RNG requirement, where you get lucky and they say, hey, I'll trade you carrots or turnips first, and then you're set, because those are the fast, easy ones. But if they don't do that, you're kind of fucked, potentially. And I don't really like that there's an RNG element like that. I'm not against RNG in general. I think RNG can be a fine mechanic, but I feel like in this particular game, you don't want that. In any kind of, like, base building sort of game like this, and I'm including RTSs as well, like StarCraft or something, you don't want RNGs like, oh, well, am I allowed to build Zerglings this game? Is that gonna work? That's stupid. You don't want that. You want, okay, this is my build order. This is what I need to do in order to succeed, and you figure out, alright, well, which ones do I need to build? And then you do it. Someone's gonna die, probably. I might have lived. That's okay. Let them go, and we'll see what they do. Hopefully the healers... Can't see you, dude. Oh, it's an archer's low on health. Yeah, he's getting healed, he's fine. What's this guy doing? You're having a conversation? Oh no, you're deciding to shoot someone again. It's so bizarre. Well, our clerics are gonna have their handful after this one. A lot of people hurting. It's okay, they'll get it done. And some fireworks just went off at like 11:20 p.m. on a random Monday. That was a little weird. And a little bit scary, to be honest. Definitely wasn't a gunshot, it was definitely fireworks, but still, that was 100% not something that we were expecting, and that kind of scared me, to be honest. Not a big deal, just a little weird. You guys are free to do it. Okay, yeah, they're just hanging out. Let's get our... Here. Wonder if someone's gonna get arrested for that. Not that I necessarily think they should be, but especially in California, that's a big deal because you can start a fire that way really easily because it's so dry. There's a lot of dry grass that can lead to fires, and it's really not good. By the way, what's going to happen is we're going to build this up, and by the time we get to the top, there's going to be so much wood invested in the scaffolding that we're going to get way the fuck over our resource limit, taking all the scaffolding down, and it's going to be a serious problem. Alright, this should be fine. Is that new again? God damn it. They love spawning up there, don't they? Is he carrying something? No, he's just got a hammer. Also, the Magnificent, attracted to shiny things. That's nice. Stay away. We're not going to worry about him. Alright, I can't even remember what I was talking about. But yeah, I don't mind RNG. But yeah, like, you don't want RNG in a base building environment. It doesn't make sense. You could do it, I think, but it would be very hard to balance. Because it's too easy to put yourself in a situation where the game would be wholly reliant on RNG to win at that point. I think it would have to be something like there's a stat boost or something associated with RNG where you just like you start the game and then your buildings have a particular bonus, but then why would you do that and not give the player a choice? But then you'd have to have everything be viable and say that like, well, if you have the option to get a melee bonus, then you have to make sure melee whatever is viable. Ranged bonus, you have to make sure ranged is viable. And also like if I send my guys with bonuses against your guys with bonuses in the same amount of resources on each side, they should match up and be even. Or at least a rock, paper, scissors mechanic. Like, it has to be balanced, and I feel like you're going to have a really, really hard time balancing it well enough for that to work. So, anyway, some stuff, like, non-essential things behind RNG are fine. Like if I started out with, I think you really need to start out with, what is this called? Silkweed? Yeah, silkweed on Rise Children. That's necessary. And then you need to start out with, do you even start out with food that you can make in Rise Children? I'll have to check. I don't know if you do. I know you can, there's some food that you start out with, but it's not like carrots or turnips. So, I don't know. Just some balanced stuff that they're gonna have to work on. Game's still good without the changes, but it definitely needs some work there. But Rise Children is kind of a new project, or not a new project, but it's sort of the secondary game mode, I guess, if you want to call it that. So it's understandable that it's different. Now, what I wonder, is it tied to the biome or is it tied to Rise Children? So, like, if I played Ascendancy on Desert, which you can do, am I going to be... am I going to have everything I have here? Or am I going to have only the desert plants? And then I have to trade for other seeds? That'd be an interesting thing to test, because if it's tied to the biome, that still doesn't... it's still not okay. But it makes a little bit more sense? No? Or does it? I don't know. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, honestly, because they treat sand and dirt pretty much the same, so... I need to sell wool. I've got to have way too much wool. Let's take a look at our crafters real quick again. Yeah, you're nowhere near done. Let's pause real quick. Our chefs are done, that's not too surprising. Yeah, okay, so we can almost make 100, so let's make... Okay, I accidentally just saved a screenshot. You may have heard a noise there. That's what that noise meant. Where are we being invaded from? Oh, it's just a thief. Alright, whatever. Couldn't care less. We're actually only 10 away from the population cap. That's kind of surprising. Alright, sell wool. All the wool, bye-bye. Okay, I think we are just about done selling things. Yeah, I think that's good. Get some more money out of it. Doesn't really make a difference financially. Like, your net worth doesn't... I don't think your net... like, there's a tooltip in the loading screen that says, hey, your net worth will go up if you sell blah, if you sell stuff. But I think that's bullshit, because the net worth of an item is equal to what you get gold-wise from selling it. And if that's true, then selling it has no impact on your net worth, because it's just the same amount, except instead of having it as an item, you have it as gold. Which technically helps, because it's less inventory space, but it's still the same fucking thing. So, I don't know, it seems pretty stupid to me, but whatever. Nobody has any gripes, that's good. Because you used to be bitching about food variety, but I don't know what the deal is with that. I still don't understand why they were doing that. Can I sell anything? Doesn't look like it. So it's really annoying because my inventory says I have those oh, okay, it's these gates. Alright, I understand now. I was thinking, like, I don't have any gates. Why is it saying I need to sell or I have wooden gates that I want to sell? It's these ones here. It's annoying, but that's life. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're not back to work. I hope you're still on break, but if you are back to work, good luck. Hopefully it's not too bad and you can get back into the swing of things relatively easily, and hopefully you got some leftover food to keep you going through that process. So thanks for watching, and hope you join us for the next one. Take care.